All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Nick Haeling Podcast. I am Nick Haeling. Today we have a very special guest for you, a man by the name of Larry Mackey. We're going to get him on the show right here. We're doing the old invite thing. Hold on one sec for everyone. Hello, world. Boom. Boom. Hold on here. Get this set up nice and good. All right, here we go. Larry, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Let me get this turned sideways really quick here. Sorry about that. Having a little screen orientation issue here. Give me 1 second. There we go. There, rotate. It's telling me to rotate my phone. I'm doing that. It's not. Is your phone sideways or straight up and down?
Sideways, brother.
All right. Well, we seem to be having some major technical issues right now. Hold on here. Okay, rotate your phone. Okay, I'm rotating my phone and I seem to be coming up with. All right, I'm going to call you right back. Okay, brother? All right. For everybody listening right now, I do apologize for the technical difficulties. We are going to get this fixed right now, though. So we're going to go ahead and delete this one right here. For everyone listening at home right now, sorry about that. Let's do this one more time. Okay. Turn it sideways. Okay. Push that button. Push that button. Push that button. Okay. I think we got it. I think we are good to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I apologize for that technical difficulty. We are going to get this rolling right now for you. Once we get their guest on here, Larry, we're going to be good to go. Boom. Invite. All right, once again, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, but we are going to get this walking and running right now. We're just going to wait right now for Larry to come back into the party or into the show, and we'll be good to go. Let's see here. Invite was sent. So now we just play the waiting game. There he is. Add. All right. Everybody who's saying hello to me, I would like to say hello back to you, Dre, Tyler, everyone. Thank you for watching the show. We're actually going to be getting this set up here in just a second as soon as we get Larry in here. We're just waiting for him to load up. You know how the internet works and whatnot. There we go. Larry, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the show. Hold on there. I think it's just syncing up for us here. There we go. Larry, can you hear me? Come on, camera. Work with me here. Work with me. I think I got the camera flipped. Whoops, I'm sorry. As you can see, we run things a little bit different here. We go a little crazy with our production. There we go. Larry, how you doing? Oh, we keep losing them. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I apologize. For everybody who's listening, please tune over to the Nick Haeling Podcast real quick here. Wait, Johnny, Larry, can you hear me? We're gonna switch over to the phone. I'm gonna give you a call on the phone, okay? This just isn't working very well here. I apologize. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we do things a little bit differently here at the Nick Haeling Podcast. Sometimes these things work on a dime. Sometimes they don't. So just to give you guys a little bit of information, who is listening, Larry Mackey is the co-host of Cross-Checking the World with Jonny Vegas. And we're going to go ahead and get him on the phone instead of the Facebook because obviously I don't know what I'm doing. So if everybody could just bear with me for a minute here. I know it's 5 minutes of literally nothing. I apologize. we are going to go ahead and get him on the phone, and we're going to do it that way, the old school way, the phone-in way. Ooh, for anybody who's living in the San Diego area as well, you do know it is hot today. And my phone is deciding to go extremely slow. So let's see if I can maybe make this go a little faster. But yeah, we're going to have some fun topics to talk about today. So we're going to make sure that we're going to get him back on the line right now. Give me 1 second. I'm sending him a message for everybody who's just listening and not watching. I'm going to have him call me. And then we're going to continue the interview that way. So we're going to get him on the phone, and then we will continue our interview in just a minute. But once again, about to have ourselves a good time today. We're going to have some good talks from what I've heard, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to have a fun time. But in later news, how about the Little League World Series? Not a bad few games we've had the past few days, but as soon as I can get Larry on, we'll have his thoughts about it as well, as long as his lacrosse and some other things that he wanted to talk about. As soon as he gets the call, maybe I can just call him from here. See if I can get that going. Here, let's see here. Got it ringing, so that's a plus. Hello, Larry. Hi, can you? There we go. Sorry for the technical difficulties there, my friend. Awesome. So welcome to the Nick Haeling podcast. As I was saying before, I am Nick Haeling. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Hold on, brother. I just gotta get some headphones.
No, not a problem. If you'd like to, we can switch over to phone. If you want to do just a regular phone interview, I think we'll have better service that way as well. Just got some headphones, so ladies and gentlemen, just be 1 moment here. Yes, I can. It's not easy trying to make all this stuff work, is it?
It's all good. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for being on the show. I really appreciate it. We're getting a little feedback here, Larry. Would you mind if I called you on my cell phone? Okay. I'm gonna send you my number. Just call it, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna send you my number and you just call me, okay? Perfect. Yeah, sorry for that. There's a lot of feedback there, and we didn't want to. Last thing I want to hear is myself talking the entire time. So, I'm gonna give him my number. Boom. He will call me, and we will continue the interview. But yeah, Larry is a friend of Jonny Vegas. He actually reached out to me to want to be on the show, and as you all know, my adoring fans, I do not turn down any guest. Anybody, anytime wants to be on my show, they come on my show, and that's how we do it. We don't mince words. We don't hide from anything. We don't hide from fears, facts, truth. We have ourselves, everything that we want right here in front of us, and we always do it. Here we go. Awesome. Larry, can you hear me? Oh, yeah, let me get you on the speakerphone. There we go. Larry, how you? Larry, hold on 1 second there. There we go. How's that? I can hear you just fine.
What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, buddy. How was Joe you just did with Jonny?
Man. I'm going through a journey, but it's been awesome, man. It's been awesome. Now I'm connected with you, connected with Jonny Vegas. Big shout out to my dude. And, it's been a journey, brother.
Absolutely, man. So why don't you tell me a little bit of how you got involved with Jonny Vegas and where that went and how that led to be where it is.
Oh man, so I coached up here in Washington State, and one of my players who won the state championship, man, his name is Sean. He was with Johnny with Maverick, LA Maverick.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean said to Johnny, hey, I want you to meet my coach. You know, maybe you should talk to him. And that was like 7 years ago, man. So me and Johnny had been doing a lot of shows together and stuff like that, man. And he's cool, man. He goes in full lacrosse, man. You know?
Oh, absolutely. He's one of the better ambassadors of the game right now, if I think. One thing that I've noticed with him is that when you talk about lacrosse with him, you can just hear the enthusiasm and the excitement that he has about the sport, and he brings that to everybody that he meets and talks to as well.
You're a little garbled, man. You come in and out a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Here, is that better?
A little bit.
Yeah, what I'm doing, I have you on my speakerphone, and then you're right next to the microphone, so we're trying to make it so that you have the best quality for the viewers.
Gotcha. Okay, man, just say, they're going to want you to work. I just got to listen to that.
We're low grade. We're low grade, high quality.
And when your heart is at that counts, brother, that's what gets you far. You know, it's technology will always tell you.
Oh, absolutely. So, Larry, let me ask you, how did you get into lacrosse?
How did I get into lacrosse? Wow. Well, we'll just say that I'm a non-traditional lacrosse player from a traditional area. You know, I grew up in Huntington, Long Island, and there was a guy who came through our projects, and his name was Lawrence Lee, and I guess he went on to be an FBI agent and retired from the FBI, but Lawrence came through with two guys from the varsity team, and you know he had a lacrosse stick, and it was like, wow. You know, I'd never seen that before. And they were catching it all, and it was like, wow. So, fast forward, I thought, man, I must have been in like maybe 5th grade. Fast forward to 7th grade, in gym class, the varsity lacrosse coach Steve Davis at Huntington, he gave us lacrosse sticks and let us play. And my buddies was like, and I'll keep it real with you. My buddies was like, we're not playing this white boy game. I'll try it, So, fast forward to 9th grade, after getting harassed for wanting to play lacrosse, one of my buddies played basketball. The lacrosse coach came to him and said, hey, why don't you play lacrosse for me? Take these sticks and come with sticks. Bring a friend. It's a non-traditional, sport, and I don't want you to be by yourself. And some respect to my boy Ricky Snell, I was working and spending my life ever since.
That's awesome. So you really did come from more of a non-traditional area of the idea that the sport wasn't really in an area that you were accessible to it, but you were fortunate enough that it was actually brought to you, and you had the ability to pick up the sport, even though you may have some backlash from your friends. You still decided to take it to the next level, and as you can see now, it's a fraternity, and it's constantly growing.
Hey, Nick, hold on. I'm going to switch up headphones.
Not a problem, Johnny. No problem, Larry. Not a problem. Take your time.
Hold on 1 second. Let me switch headphones.
Not a problem. Take your time. Here really quick. So while you're switching over here, and then we'll get right back into it. So www.simplelegends.com is the online. Go to Simple Legends on their Facebook page or their website. You can share your recordings that you've done anonymously, or you can share them on your own Facebook page. www.simplelegends.com. Larry, sorry about that.
No problem, brother. Thank you. Thank you for the patience. It's much better. It was my headphones, man. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, not a problem. Like I said, you know what? We're low grade, high quality here, so sometimes the technology just doesn't work. It wasn't really accessible in your area, but by chance and by luck, you were able to actually come into the sport. And even though there was some backlash from your friends, it's amazing to see now, you know, the lacrosse fraternity that it is and the sport, how it's ever growing, is taking you to so many other places.
Oh, no doubt. And, you know, it was accessible. It wasn't that lacrosse wasn't accessible. It was accessible. The problem was, when you're going to cross the ticket line, basically, and play lacrosse, when you're going to be the only black dude or one or two black dudes on the team. Practice Leon Spradley and LeBoy Spradley, two brothers who also inspired me to play lacrosse. Yeah, man, it was whether you were going to cross that picket line, man.
Did you, as a kid, when you were getting into it, was there a lot of backlash from your community about lacrosse? Did they consider it like a black and white thing?
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. You know, I had to knuckle up sometimes, man, because guys are really beginning on me about, you know, why you think you're better than us, and all that kind of stuff that you got to deal with. You know, let alone going to the team where you're the only black dude. There's not respect. You're going to hear some things that are going to put you at odds, maybe sometimes, with the dudes that you're around. You know, and so it is what it is, but you got to, you know, I was told to stand up. So if there was a question, or I felt like, you know, the situation called for it, I stood up and, you know, held my ground. You know, hey, you know, we don't need to be saying stuff like that. So I realize I'm the only one here, but, you know, that don't mean I need to get ran over. So, you know, you stand up in the situation.
What was it about lacrosse that made you want to stick and keep going with it? You know, even though you were getting a lot of backlash from people, like I've said before, what was it that really made you want to stay with it?
My dad. My dad is from the Jim Crow South, you know. So he had a set of values, and one of the values was he believed that the white man was the devil, you know, because then he would point out historical things to support that. But he also said to me, when I brought the lacrosse home, he was like, play that. He said, my world, your world is going to be different from my world. You should play that game. You know? And that surprised me. You know, from the things that he used to say and tell me about and stuff like that, all of a sudden he's like, he's open to this thing where I'm going to be the only cat doing it. And he was like, man, no, you go ahead and play that, man, because enough respect you're going into the future. You know? And so I stayed with it. My mom, on the other hand, she did not want me nowhere near the lacrosse field. She straight up was like, hey, so how many dudes on the field? I said, total 20. She said, 19 white boys with and my skinny little baby, huh? You know I don't want you saying that. Dad stood up like, hey, he got to speak too. You know, enough respect, my father was a third grade black belt in Showtime. So from the time I could walk, you know, he was teaching me martial arts. So he was like, man, I didn't teach you all that so you could be scared. You know, go do your thing. So, and the thing was, and I'll say this too, man. Enough respect to most of my teammates when I was in high school was very welcoming, man. You know, a lot of dudes knew me. I was a knucklehead getting in trouble in school. A lot of the dudes knew me. You know, but they were welcoming, man. Once you start playing lacrosse, it's like everything else drops off to a degree.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's a fraternity. You know?
Well, you also have the ability to, once you step on that field, the only thing that matters is either you're going to stop the shooter or you're going to score, and there's nothing else. You know, you can take all your problems and leave them off the field, or you can go out there. And to me, I've always considered it a type of a meditation, where when I'm on the field, I'm not even thinking. I'm in my own world, doing my own thing until the whistle blows and zeros are on the clock.
It's funny you said that, man, because shout out to my man for the Cambria.
Shout out.
The dude that was been keeping me under his wing basically for years, to be able to that Cambria and talking about that. Because, you know, a little bit of background on me, man. I lost my parents when I was 18. I just
sorry.
joined the military. Oh, man. You know, thank you, brother. Thank you. When I hear that, I'm like, it's not your fault, man. I don't want you to.
Still, I lost my brother when I was around 12, so I know what it's like to lose a family member.
And there it is, brother. There it is. I respect you. That's why I'm cool up with that. So we tend to find each other. You know, my boy Jonny Vegas survived brain cancer.
Unbelievable.
Heart attack. You know, so survivors tend to find each other, man. And people with like mine tend to find each other. That's crazy to hear. But I lost my parents, bro, and every year after that, you know, I was very depressed. In the military, I would be very depressed. You know, and then I got to Fort Lewis, Washington, and they allowed me to play for the local college, play lacrosse for the
Oh, that's awesome.
College. So, I mean, I lost my mom on Mother's Day. I lost my father like the beginning of April, and I lost my mom on Mother's Day. You know, father, mother, you know, back to back like that, with my son, you know, but I had to do it, man. I did a few years in Army Intel, man, and I got to do it.
Also, thank you for your service, by the way, Larry. Thank you for your service.
Wow. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
You did something that I have the utmost respect for anybody in our military because they're doing something that there's no way in hell I could ever do. And I know my place. I know my place as a civilian, and I know how much you and everybody else in the armed services means to me and to a lot of people.
Well, a good friend of mine said to me once, "You never know what you can do until you have to do it."
Right.
You know, there was a lot of things. I wasn't a good high school student. Through some crazy chance, it ended up that Army Intelligence was one of the branches that I could go into. And the other one was cook and infantry. And, you know.
You're like,
And this is a lot of girls in the infantry. So, yeah. I picked the intel branch, but the school was hard, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was hard. And it is what it is. I'm lucky that I had the sergeants and people around me because when my dad died, they were like, you know, everybody was the parents. Okay, Uncle Sam doesn't stop for you. You know, but when
that's awesome.
Died, about a month later, my sergeants went into overdrive, man. They were kicking my ass to make sure that I got out of that school and I got to be part of it. And they didn't want to lose me, man, because you spent a lot of school. They sent you to infantry. They were like, you know, I want a chance to serve, but you still walking around able to smile on your face after these tragedies. I want a chance to serve with you one day. And one of my instructors ended up being my squad leader in Korea, man. It was crazy.
Oh wow, really?
Oh yeah. But losing my parents at that time, you know, that's lacrosse season right there.
Right.
So once I started playing lacrosse again, man, it was very hard, man. I really understood that this game is giving me something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, there's a whole lot of depression goes along with losing both your parents, but I got to tell you, you know, and there's no amount of drinking alcohol or chasing goals that can get rid of that empty hole, you know.
It's a void, right? It's I don't know what it's like personally, but what I've been told is it's just there's a void in your life after that. You know, your whole life has had something, and then now it's taken away, and you have to figure out how the thing that you've literally known your whole life is not there anymore.
That's right. And with respect to, I scored one goal in high school, and my mom got to see it.
Oh, that's incredible.
You know, the person who was like, oh my God, 19 white boys with sticks at my baby, got to see me score a goal, man. And it was probably one of my happiest moments, you know, as a lacrosse player. But man, that connection, you know, my mom got to see me score a goal. You know, I'm going to keep playing as long as I can. That connection, man, started, man. I got to play. I stopped playing in 2006. So I blew my Achilles. I was getting up there in age. You know, it gets harder to knock that weight off. You know,
Yep.
get a little bigger, you get a little older.
Oh, I've been there.
Plus, I'm starting to get interested in coaching.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had coached a little bit. It was fun. But I knew I wanted to stay in the game. You know, lacrosse has different medicine, and absolutely different medicine that I needed. You know, I can't imagine not having anything to do at that time except love on the fact that I lost them too. You know.
Right. So you said earlier that you trained in martial arts as a child, correct?
Yes.
And then you served in the military. I just want to ask you now, so becoming a coach, from starting martial arts as a child to being a coach, do you take every little piece of your experience together to get to where you are now? Or do you try to just try to look forward and keep pushing forward? Or do you do both?
I'm not the type of dude who thinks I know everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I lean on the cats around me, and I usually got some younger boys around me. So I lean on them, hey, share some of your college experience with me. You know, the thing for me that I keep consistent is because my father was in martial arts, and my military experience, I believe that you can train anybody to do anything right. And if you train them right, you can give a person who may not have thought that they had a lot to give a lot. You know, I've had young dudes who have low self-esteem or whatever, scored a couple of goals, and next thing you know, they're machines.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know, the game acts as medicine. So the thing that I try to keep consistent is my love for training and always wanting to train my kids. You know, always, love respect to. I just was in a situation where I was dealing with board members who all their kids were playing super lacrosse. You know, and that tends to be the norm here in Washington, that if you are going to coach a varsity team or even a youth club, the board members, all their kids are playing super lacrosse and going to super tournaments and all that. But the thing that they don't realize, training-wise, is that it doesn't matter. The five kids on this board are not going to win your team a state championship.
Correct.
You know, the support is what's going to help. If your son gets wide open and throws a ball to a kid who didn't go to super camp and he drops it, whose fault is that? You know, you got to invest in everybody. You can't just invest in your child. You have to invest in all the children.
Well, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So I'm a coach as well, yeah.
You want to make sure you strengthen that chain.
Exactly. I coach as well, actually, down here. I coach at Westview High School. I'm the assistant coach down here, and so I'm very familiar with what you're saying with the self-esteem and the everything like that. But how did you get into coaching? Have you always coached in Washington? Have you coached anywhere else? Or what road led to the path of you becoming a coach?
Coach, all right. Well, I had a good friend, former Marine. His name is Jonny Vegas. And Jay came to me one day like, I coach at Curtis High School. Why don't you help me out? And I was like, all right. You know, so like we coached together again. We had a great 2-year run, 24-1. And our one loss was in the state championship. You know, Jay obviously, he had been there longer, so he went through the lead times. But after those lead times were over, we did pretty well. You know, but then we lost a kid, man. We lost a kid named Billy Nye, and man. You know, the situation was he managed a kid was going to join the Marines, man. And one of his buddies was growing mushrooms in his closet. And Billy took one of the mushrooms. And long story short, it ended up in a car accident and Billy was killed.
Oh my God.
I was shattered. And I was done. I was like, yo, watching, you get so attached to your kids, man. That was the thing that struck me when I first started coaching. You get attached to your kids, man. You care. And man, I was attached to this dude. I remember me and him was riding. I was giving him the ride home. Talking about hip hop. He's from the West Coast, I'm from the East Coast. And, it was awesome. And now he's not there no more. So that kind of shook me up. So I didn't coach for like 3 or 4 years. And then the guy that I played the props with, man, from my men's team here in Tacoma, Washington, his name is John Leary. Big shout out to John.
Shout out.
He said, shut up. He said, you should come help me coach here in a town called Chihuahua. Now, understand that the town he was asking me to coach in was not very diverse. So I was like, nah. But he was persistent, man. And let me give you a little background on me and John. When I first started, we started our team in 1993, 2 years after I got out of the military. The thing about this, we're close to an army base. We're close to a joint base, Lewis McCord. So we have a lot of East Coast soldiers who play lacrosse who come and play for our club.
Mm-hmm.
So John was a Ranger platoon sergeant when I met him. And dude, he hated me. I represented everything that he was told about growing up embodied in me. Pants sagging, big ass hockey jersey, hat to the side, loving lacrosse, And me and him were at odds. So for him to come to me and say, you should help me coach, was huge. It was huge, man.
Oh, I could only imagine.
I told him no for a couple of years, and then finally I was like, you know what, man? You're pretty persistent, okay? And it was the best thing I've ever done in my life, man.
And what is the high school that you coach at?
I just was moved out to coach at Grand Capountain High School. The team that I coached with John, out here club teams start. I don't know how it is in your high school, but like a couple of the kids from the high school will like lacrosse, they'll group the parents together into a board, that board will build a team.
Correct. Yeah.
Pretty much the way it goes.
Is it all club up there?
Yes, it's all club.
Okay, so I have a familiar story to that. I started a lacrosse program down here at a high school, Rancho Buena Vista High School. The team never had a lacrosse program before, so I approached some parents. We got 4 kids who I coached in middle school who knew how to play, and then we got 14 kids who had never played lacrosse before. Yeah, so in the early phases of it, you have to play club, and it's funny because in Los Angeles also it's very club oriented, which I thought so. For our first 2 seasons, half of our games we'd have to drive up to LA to play the games. But no, I do know how you mean though, having to form a board and then it's out of pocket. The school's not giving you any cash to do anything. It's a massive commitment for each player if they really do want to play.
That's right. The thing for us is this is football country up here, man.
Oh yeah.
Like the town Chihuahua has a high school, Chihuahua High School, and at that time the Washington Huskies was a top-ranked team. A lot of the players were coming from that one high school. Mm-hmm. So back at that time, I was like, man, I would love to introduce lacrosse to them because if they took out athletes like that, man, that'd be awesome, But at the same time, not a very diverse area, and
Yep, it happens.
I want to hear it, But not to start you, man. It was, I went out and I finally. They had a preseason workout, and man, I gotta tell you, no black dudes on the team whatsoever. I'm the only black dude survives, right? They're doing it. John is pounding them. I mean, that team could run. Those kids could run, man. That was it. And I had 4 kids run sub 40-yard dash. Yo. Okay,
lightning in a bottle.
In a bottle. We put that in perspective for you. I had 4 white kids running sub 40 yards.
What's that? What Deion Sanders would say? He can run. He can run.
Run. The thing was, so laughing to myself like it just brought me in the middle of the movie. Right here. Crazy. Yeah, and then they put the lacrosse sticks in their hand. Yeah.
Slowed down a little bit, didn't they?
I realized why I was there. Put it like that. You know? Because they had, kind of like with the African dudes, I ended up coaching a little bit, get down there a little bit too. And kind of like those.
Do you know Ken? Ken Kasul?
Ken Kasul.
Love that guy. Love that guy. Shout out to Ken. If he's listening, yeah. He is the selfie stick master.
Well, next time you talk to him, ask him about Coach Larry.
Oh, absolutely. Next time I talk to him, I'm definitely going to bring that up. Which actually, that's a very good transition into the next question I wanted to ask you is African-American players in lacrosse. What needs to happen, in your opinion, to get more African-American players into this sport? What's stopping that becoming? Because this sport is literally, I just tell kids, it's literally when I try to find basketball players and football players. Those are the two kids who I always want more than any other two kids, and soccer players for middies. But nobody cares about middies. Yeah, but I just tell them, I was like, you guys love breaking ankles and, doing sweet moves and stuff. Like, why don't you come out to the lacrosse field and do that there? They're like, you can do that? I'm like, yeah, dude, people get their ankles broken on a daily basis. And then they come out and they watch and they're like, oh my God, we got to do this. Like, how do we get involved? And I'm like, just show up. So in your opinion, what do you think how do we get more involvement in the African-American community?
Well, honestly, just reaching out.
Yep.
Just keep reaching out like you're doing. You're creating. But what you're doing and what guys are doing across the world now, across the country, just keep reaching out to the underserved kids, man. We'll create the pond.
Mm-hmm.
On the down low, a lot of white coaches on the low say,
speak, hey man, this podcast is open. Speak what you want to say, let it out.
You got it. Well, on the down low, a lot of white coaches say, like, man, keep doing what you're doing because we want more African American kids playing. The thing for the kids though is if you don't got a thick skin, it's not gonna work for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you love the game, but you're hearing some things you might not want to hear, and you don't want to stand up to, you don't want to rock and roll or whatever, the game might not be what it can be.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to play the sucker. You don't have to be called in from the Fresh Prince type of shit to play lacrosse, man. Be you. Always be you and bring you to this game.
Right.
Understand. The thing that I run into, because I work with a lot of African American kids, I'm able to start 3 programs here in Tacoma at middle schools, in some of the top middle schools here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's incredible.
Getting the kids, getting the young dudes to listen.
Mm-hmm.
Because they get that stick in their hand, and then they're like, oh, I can do this is easy. And it's like, son, you have to do things in a specific manner to be successful out here. Let me teach you what that looks like.
Right.
And that's kind of where you either going to keep them or lose them. Because some cats want to listen and some cats don't. I call my system lead. Listen, execute, and train. Oh,
that's awesome. I love that.
If you listen to what I'm saying and you execute it properly, you can start to hear about where one of them pretty Hopkins or Syracuse or whatever helmets that you like. Because I'm going to show you all those and hope that you want them.
Right.
But you're not going to get you there unless you're willing to lead. That's kind of my pitch to kids when I talk to them and try to bring them into the game. And not despite that, there's a set of twin brothers, man, from my high school, Huntington High School in Long Island, Bob and Sean Bratton.
The Bratton brothers. I know the Brattons.
Yeah. Well, at the time, they were, I'll tell you like this, 2006.
They went to Virginia, right?
They went to Virginia, yes, they did. It was 2006. I had played for my club for like 15 years. We had lost to the same team in the semifinals of the championship 7 times in a row.
Oh my God.
Heartbreaking. And finally,
They make Disney movies about that kind of heartbreak.
Yeah, they do. But in 2006, they finally won. You know, so I retired. I was like, I got my heart's not broken no more. But man, we were talking about catharsis, man, how cathartic lacrosse was.
Mm-hmm.
And I went into a deep depression after I stopped playing, man. And
Right.
plus we had lost that kid, you know, and hey, I just went into a depression. So I happened to be looking online and saw what the Brownies and what Huntington and what my high school had been doing. You know, I had to understand. I'm trying to raise babies. You know, I work at a school. I wasn't really following the game, and I just got through playing, and I saw what they were doing, and that instantly pulled me out of the depression, man. And I started teaching my son how to play.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, he always had a stick in his hand, but I started really honing in on, you know, making sure that he could use both hands. You know, because it has been my experience that if you can use both hands, you can go anywhere and play.
Yep.
You know? So, that being said, the whole picture to the coaching, seeing those deals pulled me out of depression and it was cathartic, man. And from on, I focused on trying to coach kids, and I showed the African American kids at each school I went to their video, along with Chaz Wilson's video, and along with my man Kyle Harrison's video.
Ooh.
You know? So showing the kids those videos exactly what you said, they see it and they're like, oh, this is dope. But I always remind them that's only our game is not like the game that you already like. You can't. They're not going to push you through college, you know, stuff like that, just because you played it.
Mm-hmm.
There's really not a huge professional game. You have dreams. You're dreaming about educating yourself.
Right.
And this was a fun thing to do while you're educating yourself. So there's no $1 million speaking contracts and no stuff like that. You're coming here to work and learn.
You join it, but you also join a fraternity, though. I mean, unlike any other sport, I've never seen. It's funny, if you see somebody walking down the street with a lacrosse stick, I've literally done this. I pulled my lacrosse stick out of my car, popped the ball, I was like, yo, you want to get a quick catch in? And they're like, absolutely. And then you make a friend right there. Boom. Just like that.
Right. That's absolutely right, man.
So,
it's funny, but dudes that.
Go ahead.
I was just saying the dudes who I played with years ago contact me or get in touch with me and tell me every time, man, if you need anything, let us know. You know, I see what you're doing, man. Keep it up. You know. I feel like I'm in a unique position because lacrosse, I feel, allowed me to make relationships, genuine relationships with white dudes. And that's important. That's very important.
In what way is that important to you?
Well, not just to me, just hey, there are situations where the ice wouldn't have been broken.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So here's a cat who I could be talking to and learn something from. We could be getting from each other, but there's no icebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Well, we'll pull your lacrosse stick out, and he got one. There's an icebreaker.
Immediate icebreaker.
Immediate icebreaker, man. And that, and the fact that I was a weirdo growing up, and I loved heavy metal and crazy stuff like that. You know, there was conversations that I got to have that the average cat who doesn't have that icebreaker doesn't get to have.
Mm-hmm. No, I get what you're saying, though, 100%. When I was in college, actually, I played at Washington College in Maryland, and my roommate was black. He was black, and he played with me. His name was Belly Bagmanon, who actually, shout out to BrightsideLacrosse.com, www.BrightsideLacrosse.com. He actually started his own lacrosse company where he actually does the outreach and tries to get as many people involved. He lives in Philly, so he does a lot of camps in the Philadelphia area. He tries to do it in the city as much as possible. He was actually just in Israel trying to spread the game as well during the World Games. But like you said, though, you know, like when we were doing orientation, that's when I met him, and I was like, "Wait, you play lacrosse?" He's like, "Yeah, I play lacrosse." He's like, "Why? Because you think I'm black and I don't play lacrosse?" I was like, "No, that's awesome. Like, we should be roommates in college." And I was like, "He's like, absolutely, we should be roommates." And to this day, we talk, and we're still best friends. And it's funny, like, you know, like you said, the icebreaker, just having a lacrosse stick in your hand. He's also one of the best attackmen I've ever seen play in my entire life. I'll link you up with him. So yeah, I'll introduce you guys. He's really awesome. You'll love him.
My question was, does he work with Urban Lax and shit?
I don't think he works with them. I'm not 100% sure. He's Brightside Lacrosse. I don't think they have any affiliations with one another, but I know that he is constantly trying to grow the game.
Yes, because I have my man, Coach AJ. Real short, Coach AJ Johnson and Arthur Johnson in Philadelphia with Urban Lax. He actually paid for me to come back east to LaxCon.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And the thing about it is, he's a Muslim. He's a devout Muslim, and I'm Christian. But the icebreaker
is a lacrosse stick.
It's a lacrosse stick.
Did you hear about that story about the people in Israel giving lacrosse sticks to the people in Palestine to play lacrosse?
No.
So there's a group of Israelis who every year try to bring enough sticks for a team, and they give it to a Palestinian school, and then the Palestinian school will play an Israeli school every year.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was a really cool article. I forget when I read it. This could have been a couple years ago, but it was one of the cooler things that I saw. Once again, a small sport, literally a sport founded as an alternative to war, is literally bringing the world together.
Man, I actually did a post on coaching lacrosse discussion group.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, man, as we watch the World Games, the bond between all the countries there, save America, and I'll talk about that, but that they have an ancient history of hand weapons.
Correct. Yes.
An ancient history of hand weapons. America, we basically shot our way from the East Coast.
We blasted a cannon out of our head. Yeah, we're like, boom! That's how we do it.
But I feel like, along with swordsmanship and what it means to be a warrior, there's some great systems were born out of that. Bushido being one, chivalry being another. And I really feel like, as lacrosse players, we should have a code. We should have some kind of a code.
I couldn't agree more with you.
When you deal with a lacrosse player, you're going to get this, this, and this. Because lacrosse players, all lacrosse players, no matter if you're in Bangladesh or you're in Buffalo, all give you this when you deal with it.
You still got it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It literally, I like what you're saying. It doesn't matter if you live in Bangladesh or Buffalo. You still got to hit the wall.
Still got to hit the wall, but also when dealing with me person to person, this is what you're always going to get.
Absolutely.
You're always going to get. You're going to get a level of honesty and compassion. You know what I'm saying? Because across
you bring up a really good, Larry. You bring up a really good point, because when you bring up swordsmanship and hand-to-hand combat, you're literally holding a metal stick in your hand that if you wanted to, at any moment, at any given time, you could physically hurt somebody very, very bad with that stick. But like you said, we have a code. There is a set of rules that we live by, that we know. It's that you don't do that. And literally, you have to control yourself. And I've always said that lacrosse is a gentleman's game for that matter. It's not like football where I'm trying to run as fast as I can into you and hit you. I have to be strategic, and I have to make sure that every check I throw is within a certain realm of, non-maliciousness.
It comes especially coming from a martial arts background, there's a level of restraint that comes from you learning how to use your hands, because you use it incorrectly, you can break your hand or hurt someone.
Right.
And then when you're handed a stick on top of that, or a practice weapon on top of that, you can still hurt someone.
You can inflict a lot of damage, yeah.
Yeah, so, the Romans, they would always practice with the wooden sticks, because you don't want to lose one of your best warriors.
You don't want to lose them either.
Exactly. So, same thing for us, man. That level of restraint is the thing that I think that separates us from other sports. And I think, according to Native American tradition, when you play lacrosse well, you honor God.
Right.
I don't think, and not respecting people who don't believe in God, not respect, man. That's just trying to, you put out good vibration. You know, don't respect it. I don't know of any other sport that directly says you play this well, you honor the creator.
Literally,
you're not
though.
playing for Chicago. You're not playing for statistics, you're not playing for sneakers, you're playing for the creator.
Literally, the creator, which I love that you say that, because that's what when you really look back at the Iroquois and what they talk about, literally, it's like, we don't play this game for fame. We don't play this game for money. We don't play this game for endorsements. We play this game for the creator. And that's what they always say. And nobody says that about baseball or basketball there's nothing like that. You don't hear any other sport where it's like, we just do this because we want to do it.
Because those are all created games. Lacrosse is the creator's game.
Correct. I like that. I like that a lot.
So when you're playing the creator's game, you're honoring the creator, man. There's a level of catharsis that comes with lacrosse, man. And there's a movie, Enter the Dragon, with Bruce Lee, and the bad guy says, with martial arts, we build ourselves. With lacrosse, you build yourself.
Right.
If you play linebacker and you're by yourself, you can shuffle back and forth and tackle a tree, maybe, but, how many dudes do that? When you play lacrosse and you're by yourself, as long as you got a ball and a stick, you are practicing. That's
such a good point. Literally, it's not like any other sport. Like basketball, yeah, I guess you can work on your dribbling. Maybe that's the closest equivalent. But literally, lacrosse, if you have a ball, shooting, but you need a basket. You don't need, all you need is all you need is tape. All you need is some tape to work on your shooting in lacrosse and make a goal. What was it? The Thompson twins used to take a board and they drill a lacrosse ball sized hole through the middle of the board and they put it in front of the goal. And all they would do is try to put the ball through that hole. And that's how they. And if you when we get done, if you Google that, you can see what it's literally. Literally, there's no room for air. The ball barely fits through it, and so that's what they used to do: is just sit there and throw at that hole until they could throw it in.
And funny, they're playing the game, but they're also training.
Right.
They're constantly practicing. For me, I don't know if I saw that you were on my Silverback lacrosse, right?
I'm all about that. I saw that. I love it.
Okay, so
I already got the like on my end.
We have what we call the Elite Shot Trainer, right? And that was kind of our idea, man. We wanted, they have a game called Shoe Mash. I don't know if you're familiar with Shoe Mash.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's like a smaller version of lacrosse, right?
Right, and what it is you take a shoe match goal and it's narrow. It's 6 foot high, but it's only about 14, 15 inches wide.
Okay.
My goal is similar. But shoe match, the goal sits in the middle of the field and the players shoot on both sides of the goal.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, similar to, I went and played lacrosse in 2014 with the Iroquois Nation with 2 sticks, bro. And that's real lacrosse, brother.
Oh my God, that's horrifying.
Oh my God, I got actually the videos on the Silverback site.
Okay, cool.
It's traditional where they keep the ball in the middle and everybody shoots, from both sides around it, trying to hit a target.
Right.
What I wanted with my goal, what I wanted with the trainer, was I wanted a basketball hoop, man. We found how do we get to the kids, the underserved kids, and the inner city kids, meet them where they live. I want basketball hoops, man. And so you only can shoot on one side, but in the same token, your skills are getting better because you're shooting on that narrow goal.
Mm-hmm.
So here it is that if you take 2 of those trainers, put them right there on the free throw lines, opposite each other, but facing each other, and you can play 3-on-3 on a basketball court.
That's such a good idea.
That's what I was looking for because, of course, my concern was that, I I've had some great experiences because somebody shared this game with me. I want to reach the kids who were picking on me, basically, when I started playing this game when I was young, by taking it home, taking this game home to them and letting them see how they can equip. You know, because once you can't figure out that, wow, I can do a lot of the things I did in basketball on the floor and the floor, and look, I'm on a basketball court, I think the game takes off.
Absolutely. And if you can get it into areas, and even if it's on the asphalt, it doesn't matter. If you can get those like around the hoops, like you said, anybody can just bring their stick to that area and work on their shot, work on their accuracy. It's a really good idea. I think that what would have to happen is that you would need to get a city who would be on board to do something like that. And if they were on board, you could probably be like, hey, we're going to go to every single park where there's a basketball hoop, and we're going to put this little device underneath every basketball hoop. It's not going to affect anybody playing basketball. Actually, it's going to be padded, so it's going to be helping them so they don't run into the pole. And it's going to be for lacrosse. So if anybody wants to come play lacrosse in the middle of the city, they can.
And I'll tell you what the plan is. The tentative plan is there's some people I have to reach out to, and I've gotten some positive feedback from it. The tentative plan is to bring some of my goals to Bunker Park in Harlem.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, so that trip that I took, I went to last time in Baltimore early in the year. I got to talk to some cats who are doing it for underserved kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then tell them what my plan was. They loved it, man. So we're going to work on that. And hopefully, we have the first annual Harlem Shake lacrosse tournament at Bunker Park, 3-on-3, with some of my goals set up in there.
Oh, that sounds incredible, man. I would love to be a part of that. If you need any help with that at all, you let me know, and I'm there.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm talking about it right now is a big thing, man. So, hey, if I can count on you, well, I will definitely keep you in the loop, man. Because, again, I think it'll be something that's what we were just talking about. Bringing those underserved kids in, I think that'll do it, man. Again, bringing it home to them and letting them see how it looks in an environment that they're used to. I think it's a win.
There's no downside to that. It's only going to make the game better. And have you seen this other thing, that fling golf? Have you seen the new fling golf? Have you seen that?
No, but I want to.
So a lot of golf courses are adopting it, where it's like, those dog throwers, that you have with the ball. It's like a larger one. It's like one of those and a lacrosse stick mixed together, and you use it and you throw the golf ball instead of hit it with a club. And so it's almost like you're using a lacrosse stick to like flick the ball out. It's really cool. A lot of people are trying it, and that's another thing that you should check out. It's getting really popular, and that's, I think, what we need is for example, football has flag football. They have 7 football. They have 2-hand touch. We need lacrosse has indoor, outdoor. And then now Chumash and your trainer and everything are going to be. There needs to be smaller mini game type app sets for people to be able to get to ease into the sport as opposed to just being jumped right into it.
Wow, that's a good point right there. I never thought of it like that. I just,
basketball, there's 1-on-1, 2-on-2, all the way to 5-on-5. There's all soccer.
That's right.
There's you can do. There's so many different things. Where lacrosse there just needs to be outlets for people to be able to experience it, not in the here it is, love it or leave it type aspect, as opposed to, hey, why don't we just slowly ease you into this and see how you like it.
That's right. And one of the things I look at training-wise is that also there doesn't need to be, like, we can introduce the game, but then those kids who are not able to go to super camp don't need to be deficient in their skill.
Right.
That was another thought behind having a trainer, is that even though you're playing 3-on-3 on a basketball court, you still have to have stick skills to hit that goal.
Right.
So when you come out on the regular field, they have to learn some things as far as offense, defense, and some of the intricacies of the game.
You have to learn but everybody has to learn the X's and O's.
But you don't start off not knowing how to catch it throw.
Right.
You don't start off, not knowing how to score. You know, so I think that it helps the learning curve as far as the kids sometimes.
I agree with you completely because it's definitely a deterrent that I've noticed is that these kids, especially the older that they get, are much more discouraged about wanting to try it, and because they're afraid A, they're not going to be good at it, or B, that their friends are going to be like, oh, dude, you suck. That whole rejection aspect really makes it hard to get a lot of kids who've never played it before in the older levels, I would say the high school level in particular, to get involved with the sport.
And for me, and dealing with African American kids, it culturally you have this level of swag to you that you don't ever want to look weak.
Right.
You know? So you play basketball, you're nice at it, whatever. I hand you the stick on a basketball court. All of a sudden, you know, you have to try to show out or something, and it's like, no, listen, execute, and dream.
Exactly.
You know, you got to start by listening, man. If you listen to me, you'll be able to do everything you do on the basketball court. It's coming, but you got to listen. And having that part, that piece right there where you have to submit to the stick, basically, and to become better, that helps a lot with the kids that I've dealt with as far as, okay, if I can learn how to do this, I can learn how to do something else.
Absolutely. I tell all my kids who've never played before, I tell them it's a 2-year process. You're not going to be good in 1 year. It takes 2 years to figure out how to master your stick. Okay, so don't be discouraged the first year when you're not being able to do it. It literally, I tell every kid who's ever played, it literally takes 2 years to learn how to use your stick. You're not gonna. It's not gonna come to you like dribbling a basketball. It's literally you taking now. You have an extension off of your body that you need. You basically have another arm that you need to learn how to use. It's gonna take you a couple years to figure it out.
I would put it like this, man. I wouldn't put a time limit on it. Just for me personally, because I've seen and you probably had them too. Those kids who, you say 2 years, I'm gonna get it done in a month. I'm gonna have these things do as best as I can in a month.
And then I go, okay, that's great. I tell them that's great. Now do it with your left hand.
Well, do it with your left hand. That's right. That's right. So there it is for me, brother. I start with the left hand.
Oh yeah, same here.
Yeah, anytime I'm training, you're a brand new kid, you're starting with your left hand. But I don't know if a lot of people know this, and I had to figure it out because I was teaching special ed kids how to play lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things about this, I would have had everything from Gary Bennett to Ben Weathers in my classes, And the thing was, when I was shown how to play, they would always try to play stump the coach or stump the teacher and ask me why. So I found out through getting stump the teacher game played on me numerous times that there's a muscle group in your hand called the thenar muscle group in between your pointer and your thumb. That's right there where it makes the U shape. That's the thenar muscle group. It's a muscle group, so it can be built. If you take let's say your left hand, your right hand lacrosse player. If you pinch the lacrosse stick with 4 fingers and just twist that stick with those fingers, like let's say you were just twisting a pencil in your hand, you'll feel that muscle at work. You can build that muscle, and that muscle is the one that helps you clamp your lacrosse stick properly. So I would have my kids do that, and I had some kids in these middle schools that could catch and throw lefty. The problem was I didn't have the power to help them compete against each other. Because once they got good, they wanted to compete, and we couldn't, so the program fell apart.
Right.
So that thenar muscle group thing is a real thing, man. If you take your stick, when we get to talking and pinch it with your fingers, they're rotated back and forth.
Oh, I know. Yeah. It's funny though because everything I do in life, I do right-handed, except I play lacrosse left-handed. I'm not even joking. I write right-handed. I do everything with my right hand. Everything in my day-to-day life, I do right-handed. I play lacrosse left-handed.
And I play lacrosse same here, brother. Same here. That's funny.
Literally, it's the only thing on the planet Earth I do left-handed.
Wow. Me too. I'm dribbling basketball left-handed now.
I'm trying. I can't even do that. I can't kick a ball with my left foot. I can't bat lefty. I can't hit a golf club lefty. I can't even. I look like a 2-year-old when I'm trying to write my name with my left hand. But you put a lacrosse stick in there, it's game over.
Well, that's incredible, bro. That's incredible.
So Johnny, Larry, we're gonna be wrapping this up here pretty quickly. Is there anything else that you would like to personally say to the world but before we wrap this up?
Everybody inspires me. Everybody who I watch who's growing the game, man, they inspire me. So keep inspiring, man. Keep growing the game. And check out Silverback Lacrosse on Facebook.
Silverback Lacrosse on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. Silverback Lacrosse. The Gorillas.
All right, but hey, thank you very much, Nick, for having me on this
Larry,
show.
thank you. You know what? Once I get these technical issues all taken care of, I would love to have you do. We'll do the face to face. If you're ever down in the San Diego area, I'd love to have you in studio. And I would love to have you on the show again. And we not even to talk about lacrosse. We can talk about anything this time. This seemed to be the channel that we went down this time. But anytime you want to be on the show, I'm constantly looking for guests. I never turn guests down. So next time you're free, let me know, and we can definitely do this again.
Oh, man, I appreciate you, man. You stay up, man. Stay healthy, brother. Peace. Thank you.
Larry, thank you so much for being on the show.
Not a problem, bro. Peace.
Take care. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this has been an episode of the Nick Haeling podcast. I apologize for some of the technical issues in the beginning. For those listening now, if you want to go back, the first about 10 minutes got a little weird. So if you just want to fast forward through that, then you're good. Once again, I'd like to give a shout out to SimpleLegends.com, www.simplelegends.com. It is a freestyle website for you to go on and express your creativity via rap hip-hop beats. You can share them on your Facebook or anonymously through the website. Also, a big shout out to Zombie Life, my buddy Freeman Mark, ZOM6IELYFE, Zombie Life. My buddy Freeman's Mark is making some big moves out there in Atlanta, and I just wanted to say I'm super proud of him as well. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an episode of the Nick Haeling podcast. I am Nick Haeling, and have a good one. Another one in the bank.
How do you do?
All right, we gotta go
Go to what?
to Mike's.
Okay. Change over.
Grab whatever you're gonna wear for tonight.